Hi, we are Peaky. I am Gerald, the team leader. Together with me are Ashraf, Senthil and Nobel. Today, we'll be introducing to you our plans in relation to decarbonization and safety. From its modest origins as Egyptian sail ships around the 3200 BC, maritime transportation has always been the dominant support of global trade. From the iconic Polynesians to the European age of discovery, we have been through countless revolutions in the industry. Now, the shipping industry will yet again experience a new technological revolution. The marine industry is currently facing a substantial environmental challenge. In 2012, international shipping was estimated to have contributed about 2.2% of the global emissions of carbon dioxide. Although international shipping is the most energy efficient mode of mass transport and only a modest contributor to the current global CO2 emission, its contribution is set to increase as other sectors decarbonize and the demand for shipping service increases as well. The technological revolution we are about to experience has an urgent goal to accelerate the shift to zero carbon fuels. To achieve such a vision, multiple nascent technologies need to be developed to reach a large-scale deployment. From hydrogen to biofuel, much research and studies have been done to find the best alternative fuel to reach our goal of carbon zero emission. Of all the different alternatives introduced to us, we, Peaky, strongly believe that the ships of the future will run on electricity. The number of powered battery ships has ballooned from virtually zero a decade ago to hundreds worldwide. Some technologies available include diesel-electric drive, hybrid drive, and a fully electric drive. Some notable pioneers of all-electric vessels include Yara International, who introduced the world's first net-zero battery-powered autonomous container ship in 2020, Corvus Energy, who has supplied the world's first battery-powered vessel, and Fleet Zero. From what started as a small-scale project that consisted of electric-powered ferries to now expanding the maritime technological boundaries, I am confident to say that the progress for electric vessels has been exponential, and I believe it will continue to do so in 2030 and beyond. Allow me to elaborate more on our choice of electricity. Since 2010, in reference to Bloomberg NEF Annual Battery Price Survey in 2019, the cost of lithium-ion technology has been significantly cheaper. Since 2010, the price has fallen 89% and is expected to continue to decrease with the increasing trend of electric vehicles around the world. However, there are still some challenges that we need to be reminded of. The batteries to store electricity must be more efficient. To date, their energy density is still too low. That means that the batteries cannot store enough energy in relation to their size and weight. Large ocean-going ships have to travel vast distances with one battery charge. The batteries for these are generally still too large and too heavy. Nonetheless, work is being carried out in this area. Safe Energy by Rolls-Royce has developed a new battery system, which is a liquid-cooled battery system that enables the engine to scale according to their energy and power requirements. There are other alternatives that we came up with, which will be further discussed by my teammate Ashraf.
Thank you, Gerald. I'll be elaborating on the wind-solar integration system and why it will be effective for it to be implemented onto bulk carriers. A study conducted by NREL showed that the integration of 35% of penetration of solar and wind power would reduce fuel costs by 40% and carbon emissions by 25 to 45%, equivalent to removing 22 to 36 million cars off the road today. Currently, there have been some advancements and implementations of renewable energy devices on ships, such as Energy Sail and Aquarius MRE, which is a patented solution developed by Eco Marine Power that combines sail power with solar power. With the aid of wind propulsion from the wind propulsion system, it is designed in such a way that the practical limitations of using rigid sails and solar panels are overcome. Various companies such as Eco Marine Power and the KI System Limited collaborate with each other and work hand in hand in order to create these products for the vessels. A great advantage would be that on a large ship, more than 1,000 tons of bunker fuel will be saved annually, and carbon dioxide emission will be reduced drastically by approximately 3,000 tons, reducing the amount of greenhouse gases produced from vessels. Energy generated from the wind-solar integrated system can also be a useful source of emergency or backup power. Solar power has become a cost-effective fuel-saving option on pleasure boats, ferries, and tourist vessels because of the recent developments in solar cell and photovoltaic module technology. However, this is only deemed effective in smaller ships such as cruisers. This is because the materials required to manufacture the products to create the product are extremely expensive. On top of that, The products take a huge amount of space on the cargo, and the trade-off is that some of the container units will not be able to be transported. This would decrease the overall capacity of the vessel itself. Even though the wind-solar integrated system has been implemented at a minor scale, it is very difficult to predict the amount of sunlight the solar panels will receive and the weather forecast, which predicts the strength of the wind, may not be accurate all the time. Therefore, we believe that the solar wind integrated system can be used as a complement instead of the main solution to other ideas such as electricity, hydrogen and ammonia. But is this enough to combat decarbonization in our current times? My teammate Senthil will elaborate further.
While we strongly believe that the proposed fuel pathways will be the most viable and widely adopted in 2030 and beyond, we here at Peaky also recognize that there must be other complementary technologies integrated with your carriers to help you attain your goal of absolute decarbonization even quicker. For instance, here we see that the additional investments into energy-saving technology on Ship C directly translates to lower CO2 emissions compared to Ship A with minimal energy-saving features, thus bringing about greater levels of decarbonization. However, while there are numerous aspects of a ship one might look to ensure such energy efficiency, we would like to bring your attention to two main areas. We feel the related technologies in these areas have not only garnered much interest, but work towards a vision of digitalization and automation and have the greatest potential to be widely adopted on ships come 2030. Now, the first area in assisting decarbonization efforts is with regards to the hull of the ship. While hull form optimization is an indispensable measure in reducing wave resistance, which in turn decreases fuel consumption, changes the hull form are few and far between. However, the one-of-a-kind air lubrication technology pioneered by Silverstream Technologies and an automated hull cleaning robot by Jotun and Kongsberg Maritime are increasingly gaining traction due to proven net fuel and emission savings. Now, the former creates a carpet of air bubbles for the carrier to glide on, thus reducing the frictional resistance and hence reducing fuel wastage. Now, testament to the reliability and future growth potential is seen in the carriers of big-name clients that these technologies are being featured in. We strongly believe by the end of the decade, this technology can be scaled onto bulk carriers next. Now, the latter sticks true to the vision of robotics being the future, as it enables proactive cleaning to ensure optimal hull performance to reduce fuel consumption. While the current technology requires it to be remotely operated, we believe further advancements within the next decade would see this process become fully automated with no human interference. The second area aiding decarbonization efforts relates to the use of big data analytics and AI on board shipping operations. Despite the push by maritime actors to gather data, we believe in the need to effectively utilize such data to see visible changes in our decarbonization efforts. Due to the potential for artificial intelligence to unlock greater possibilities when it comes to transforming decision-making and planning in shipping, we'd like to introduce you to technology by Lean Marine and their partner Molful. Essentially, data collected by the sensors are fed to the AI, which considers all variables, from condition of the vessel parts to the environmental condition the carrier faces. It then provides commands to the undertaker that optimize the propulsion line dynamically in real time to result in the most energy-efficient voyage. With climate change predicted to bring about more radical conditions and bulk carriers getting even bigger to accommodate higher rates of consumption, it is without a doubt that AI will be the only entity up to the challenge of safely navigating the ship while staying true to its goal on reducing emission on the voyage. Yet while, as you see, there's a large emphasis on decarbonization technology, we recognize the need to not neglect the safety of our heroes, the men and women manning your bulk carriers. Therefore, my colleague Nobel will now take you through the key technologies improving safety aspect in our drive towards decarbonization.
Now, with these decarbonization technologies rapidly gaining momentum by 2030, such technologies will also be beneficial to the safety of the vessel. For my part, I'll break down this into two categories: crew safety and vessel safety. For crew safety, the main focus is on the safety and well-being of the crew when they're out at sea. We've identified mental well-being as one of the issues that will affect the crew's safety. While out at sea, crew members face long periods away from their family and friends. This provides the foundation for issues such as social isolation and stress. We feel that the use of wearables could be the solution. We have identified professional services firm PwC, where they rolled out a pilot scheme utilizing AI wristbands to monitor stress levels of their employees at home during the pandemic. With the implementation of this technology in the maritime sector, crew members' mental well-being could be monitored throughout their voyage. Standard operating procedures could be implemented to flag out crewmates who are at risk of suffering such issues and provide help to them. This reduces the risk of accident or mistakes that could arise due to a drop in productivity stemming from the stress or poor mental well-being. Secondly, we feel that the proper training of crew members are also paramount to their safety during voyages. We identified Kanda, a new startup that has introduced the use of virtual reality into the maritime industry. They utilize virtual reality to provide training for crew members. This way, crew members are able to visualize the different scenarios they will be dealing with when they are on voyage. Crew members can also train their response to emergency situations that could happen on board a vessel within a controlled environment. The overall safety of crew members will be greatly improved as they will be better prepared when faced with similar scenarios during their voyage. Moving on, we will now talk about the safety of the vessel. We believe that the intelligence awareness is the future of maritime. This aims towards having more autonomous vessels with higher capabilities. Similarly to what Senthil has mentioned earlier, Furuno Electric and Mitsui Osaka Lines have come together to develop an intelligent awareness information display system using augmented reality technology. They aim to utilize sensors, high-resolution displays, and AI software to minimize the risk that navigators have due to the unpredictable surroundings that they have while on their voyages. They intend to produce a 3D map of the vessel with the aid of technology to provide an external overview of the vessel's surroundings. Furthermore, an integrated navigation system has been developed recently by Raytheon and Schutz and Vard Electric. The system uses navigational data to improve the safety of the vessel when navigating. Not only do they manage routes and charts, they also aid in controlling certain tasks and services within the vessel. This way, certain parts of navigation and overall monitoring has become autonomous. This reduces the margin of error that arises from humans on board the ship. All in all, we hope that we have given you great insights on our solutions and we hope to hear from you soon.